right, so today we're gonna get this OEM spoiler off of my 2003 RS. This thing is super ugly and I don't really like the look of it. So we're gonna take it out. It's pretty easy to do. It's 4 bolts. We're gonna patch the holes with resin and some body filler, and we'll get it all sanded because we're repainting the car. So stay tuned for that video in the near future, because we're gonna be painting this whole car and we gotta get the rest of it prepped before that happens. So we got a lot of work to do.
Now that same guy, he has the actual drift.
What's the drift?
A little bit of finger action.
Oh yeah. Finger action with the boys. All right, that should be the last nut.
Oh, it's still like solid out there too. Is it painted on?
Yeah. What the heck?
They probably sealed it. It's just...
Nope. Get freaky with the car. Yeah, he did.
Oh man, like, dude, you use like roof tar?
What the hell?
Oh my gosh.
Good thing we're sanding this whole thing down.
There we go.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a wire.
Oh yeah, that's the side that had the wire. I'll just hold this, let this happen.
Go open the trunk for me again.
Okay.
Did I just cut the wire?
Just cut the wire. I would.
Hold on, there's clips in here.
It's not gonna like electrocute you or something, right?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, just cut it in half. You'll be alright.
There we go. Hey, anyone want to buy a spoiler? Let me know down in the comments down below. You can have this.
Oh, look at that. It's looking beautiful. It looks like someone did a burnout on It's got like some silver bit on it.
Yeah, I think he tried to like patch that. I think he mismeasured.
He put a hole into the wrong spot. Oh, he did it on the other side too. He put like a hole into the wrong spot, realized it wasn't gonna fit, and had to put it like back a little bit.
And then he put all his black tar heroin in the trunk of the car.
Like, he was hiding it from the cops, could never reclaim it.
So the next step is we have to sand down the area that we're going to put the fiberglass. So I have an electric Ryobi palm sander. We also have the fiberglass, and then we're going to do a fiberglass resin on top of that. So it'll be a nice hard surface, and we'll get ready for primer and paint. And also, for you guys who are trying to do this, this is the sandpaper you're gonna want. I spilled it all over the place. 350 grit is what you guys want to get. Get this stuff. This is what you're gonna want.
That's 320.
That's what I said. 320 grit. And then when you're sanding, you want to make sure you do it in an X pattern across. So we're gonna go one way, and then we're gonna sand the other way, and then this will hopefully get the surface nice and smooth, and we're ready for fiberglass. Okay, I switched to an 80 grit because the 320 was like really fine and it's taking forever to get this crap off. So we're gonna try an 80 grit and then we'll go back over it with a 320 and then we'll do the fiberglass. Fiberglass, so we're just gonna full send it to open this thing. don't know how else I was supposed to do that. So.
That's the optimal way to do it.
I'm pretty sure. That's what it said on the instructions. If you can't get it off, beat it to a pulp.
Yeah, I don't think it was supposed to come off like that.
All right, so this is to use 1 fluid ounce.
Or just ball it. Eyeball.
No, it has to be pretty exact or it won't harden correctly. Eight drops of the liquid hardener. So, is this not opened either? Okay, almost there. Okay, now we have a hole. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
When you said 6, 7, I only saw 1.
Yeah, definitely.
You probably got it.
And then we're gonna basically mix this up.
Okay, let's go.
This stuff is gonna harden quickly, so. We're just gonna paint it on.
Are you gonna like layer them?
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna wanna layer it so that we, and then we'll sand it when we're done, but this should harden soon and then you'll never even know. Also, I should stop dripping resin all over the trunk of the car. That's probably better to. So then we're gonna layer another piece of fiberglass on top. And you want to make sure it's like frayed at the ends because then it's easier to feather out. And really make sure you like soak it. Don't just brush it on, because if you just brush it on, it doesn't like fill the fiberglass with the resin and then it won't like adhere properly. So you kind of want to brush it first, but then on the second layer, just kind of dab it in to all the holes. On top of that. What are these close-ups, dude?
I'm trying to like break out of my comfort zone.
Oh, I see. Problem with I couldn't just use the body filler Bondo on this because it wouldn't have like filled the holes, and it would eventually like vibrate and the heat would cause it to like shift and crack. So that's why I'm doing the fiberglass first, and then I'm gonna go over and sand it all. If I want to, I'll do a thin layer of Bondo
Does
after.
fiberglass sand pretty good?
This one does. Yeah, it's an automotive fiberglass, so a medium layer, a large layer, and then if we need to do, we can do that. But I gotta make more resin.
I don't even, like, even if we don't do roller slide, I'm still putting my mount on my way home, and I'm still going to shoot some. Nope, not him. Sounded like one of his rigs.
I wonder if that's the Acura that lives up there.
I guess.
What do you think?
Mm,
It's obviously,
sexy.
it's gonna get sand.
Oh, that's super fun, huh?
Yeah, it's all over me. It's very sticky.
That's what she said.
Look at this, dude. Freaking mint. Dude, that is fresh. It's like glass going across here. It's so smooth. If you close your eyes, you literally cannot feel, like there's a very, very, very slight difference. I think right here I need to just touch up a little bit more. And as you can see, there's, hold on. There's like some tiny little imperfections in the fiberglass. So I'm definitely gonna go over it with a thin layer of Bondo and then sand that down too. But this is the other side. I mean, we're talking, look, bro, like, yo, that is so clean. like that. The trunk is off the car. So now I'm gonna go over this whole thing and sand it all, and then it'll be good for primer. So what I'm gonna need to do the Bondo is this. It's just JB Weld body filler. You can buy it at like Home Depot or pretty much any store like that. Probably Lowe's probably sells it too. It comes with the cream hardener as well. And basically the way this stuff works, Bondo that hardens with the hardener, and then you can sand it down. And because we already did the fiberglass on the trunk, it's already reinforced. So this stuff is just literally to patch any holes that there might be and to give it an extra layer of protection, make sure that it's not going to leak. And when we sand it and get the car painted, hopefully, you know, there's absolutely zero texture to that fiberglass, and it's just a smooth, you know, texture across the board. So this says it's pretty easy to sand and it dries in 30 minutes and paintable. This is also waterproof. So again, for those holes that were in the trunk, yes, they're patched with the fiberglass now, but just as an extra layer of being safe and being thorough with the job, this is waterproof. So I don't have to worry about my trunk leaking at any time in the future, and it's just gonna seal everything and give it a nice finish before the paint. So let's get started on making our mixture. Pretty easy to do. Basically, we're just gonna wanna measure out how much of this stuff we're gonna want. Actually give you a diagram here. I will say it's very important. I have this extra exhaust box. It's very important that when you're mixing this, you're doing it on cardboard, because if you do it on any other surface, it's going to be kind of annoying to get it off and clean up. And I've also found that it doesn't mix very well. The other thing you're gonna need is one of these. This is a scraper, and I'm gonna show you a little trick to keep these clean, so when you're done, you can reuse them for future projects and you don't have to worry about all of this hard Bondo sticking to this. All we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna be taking this tape and we're just going to do a layer of tape on the scraper like this. This side, we can rip that off, get that nice and straight, just like that. And now when we're mixing with the Bondo, any Bondo that gets on here, we just peel the tape off and we're good to go. I work kind of quickly because it's a warm day today and I don't want to I don't want this stuff to harden on me while I'm working. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take an extra scraper that I have, and I'm just going to get some of this filler out. Okay, that's probably about as much as I'm gonna need. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take this hardener, about that much, any more, and this will harden in like literally a few minutes. So you kind of have to work quickly, but basically you're just scraping and spreading. You're not mixing, you're scraping and spreading so you can get that hardener all mixed in like that. Yeah, so this should be plenty for what we need, since we're just doing a thin layer. You just go back and forth until you get that hardener all mixed in. Just like that. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's take this over to the trunk here. We're just gonna take this. We're gonna do a thin layer where the fiberglass is. Like that, we have the Bondo on the fiberglass now, so we're gonna let this cure. It's hot out today, so I'm not too concerned of it taking too long to dry, but we're gonna let this cure, harden, and then we're gonna go over it with 320 grit sandpaper, get it nice and smooth, so smooth that you can't feel the difference when you brush your hand across. And then when that's good, we'll just do a quick wipe and wash of the trunk, and then it's ready for primer, baby. Sanding and Bondo is finally done. This is like perfect. Like there's no texture or nothing. It's really fine. The whole trunk is sanded, so I'm gonna take it out back and we're gonna get primer on it. I'm just gonna wipe it down really quick and then it's ready for spray. You guys want to know the secret of the trade? Get this Rust-Oleum 2x primer from Home Depot. This is the stuff. For primer, this'll do. Trust. I know a guy. This is what he recommends. So use this. Now the lock is all masked off. Look how neat that is. Let's go. And then this is all wiped down. So moment of truth. Let's spray it with primer. I may not be able to get much more footage tonight since my phone is about to die and it's overheating in the sun here. But unfortunately, even though it looks super smooth and feels smooth, this is what happens when you don't sand everything perfectly. You have to go back and fix stuff. Like I gotta fix this. I have to fix this. There was a spot over here, right there, that's not perfectly sanded. And even though the Bondo feels and looks perfect, you can still see a lot of gaps in the primer. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back over it and fix this because this is not good enough for me. So I'm gonna go over it again. Maybe I'll post this video first and see if you guys have any tips for what I should do to get rid of all of these bubbles. I kind of thought the primer was going to fill them a little bit, but I guess I could do more Bondo and just more sanding and see. It's almost there. Like it's almost there, but the edging is where it's really, really tough. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know down below so I can fix this. Thanks to you guys, I got a recommendation on how to fix the pinholes in the Bondo. I reached out to you guys on TikTok and you guys told me to get this filament, this pre-mixed stucco repair. It's basically a glazing putty and it should fill the Bondo pinholes, because basically, if you guys care, what happens is you spread the Bondo and it traps air in there, and then when you sand it, those air bubbles are then exposed and it creates all those cavities and it looks ugly and it's not good enough for me yet. So I'm gonna put this stuff on and then re-sand and fix those few spots that still need to be feathered out, and we'll see how it looks from there, and then we'll put another coat of primer on. So let's get on with it. Little update. Sorry, I'm not filming a ton of the sanding process because to me that's probably just super boring to watch. You guys can let me know in the comments down below if you want to see like videos where I do absolutely everything, and then I can film more and maybe I'll release a shorter version and then a longer version. But it's a lot of just sanding, so I'm not filming tons of it. But I did apply this filler, and as you can see, it really filled. This is pre-sanded. I want to let that be known. It filled the epoxy holes. So this totally works. Thank you so much for the suggestion. You guys freaking rock. Hairpin Highway crew coming in clutch. And then this is the other side. Again, it needs to be a little bit sanded down. Again, obviously super smooth. So this stuff actually works and it's freaking great. And then I went ahead and I hit those two spots that I missed. Yes, I know this looks extreme, but the more I did it, it like kept going further and further out and it was still peeling. So I hit this with 100 grit sandpaper and feathered it all out so it's all super smooth transition like this. And then I went over it with a 320 grit again and just make sure it was super smooth, and same with the same thing down here. So now when I go put the primer coat back on it, hopefully those 2 spots are completely invisible and you don't see them anymore. Because look at the rest of it, man. It's gone. This whole part of the trunk was peeling off. You already can barely tell just with one single coat of primer. Obviously, you know, I had to go back and make sure it looks better, but I don't want to have to do this job ever again. So I'm taking my time, I'm fixing my mistakes, and that's the cool thing about this. Even though I put the primer on, I can see then where my mistakes were, and I could go back and sand them and fix it, and it'll be fixed. It'll be done. So even when you guys mess up, don't stress. Like, you can still go back and fix it if you want to, and take the time to do a really good job. So we're getting there. I'm excited to get this primed again, but I gotta wait for this stuff to dry, and then sand, and then primer again.